What's up, Titans family? Welcome back to All Out Titans podcast. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It's free. Mason Rudolph will start against the Buffalo Bills. Can I get a clap? Can I get a clap? Can I get a clap? This is very exciting because this is a huge opportunity for Mason Rudolph. This is big for him right now. He goes in there and beats the Buffalo Bills. Callahan's going to have to make a decision. Mason Rudolph went in and beat the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins are horrible. Okay, they're horrible. He went in there and beat the Dolphins, and honestly, it was all field goals that beat the Dolphins. Yes, he had some good passes and everything, but Nick Folk beat the Dolphins. It wasn't Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph put him in position to kick those field goals, but they were still long kicks. I mean, they were 50-yard kicks. If he goes in there and has a great game, would you play him for the rest of the season? 100% yes. Brian Callahan is 100% committed to Will Levis. He is 100% committed that Will Levis is our captain, he's our starter, and we're trying to make him into a superstar. We're trying to make him into the franchise quarterback. He's working some things out. We're trying to get there. We're working with him. We're having patience with him. We're trying to teach him, blah, blah, blah. This is the NFL. You can't do that in the NFL. There's zero tolerance for it. Either you win or you get fired. Either you get the job or you don't. If Mason Rudolph goes in there and has a killer game and they win, you got to give the rest of the season to Mason Rudolph. You have to. Mason Rudolph doesn't have 10 interceptions. I know he hasn't played as much as Levis. Will Levis has had an interception every game. Mason Rudolph didn't have any when he played the Dolphins. Mason Rudolph didn't have any interceptions when he played the Dolphins. Yes, I know the Dolphins are horrible. If he goes in there and has a good game, you got to give it to Mason Rudolph for the rest of the season. The Titans are 1-4 right now. We still have to play the Lions. We still have to play Texans twice. Freaking Texans. I hate the Texans so much. I hate them. We have a lot of competitive games ahead of us. Everyone's saying the season's done. 4 losses. We can still do some things if we go on a winning streak. This is a really big opportunity for Mason Rudolph. A really big opportunity. Because he can take the Titans over right here in this game. Will Levis is injured again. It has me wondering about Will Levis's injury too, because he got injured last year early in the season. Remember, he got hurt during preseason. He was actually the number 3 quarterback the first few games. He wasn't even listed to play because he was hurt. This year, he gets hurt with the shoulder. He dives into he uses his shoulder to lean into a player, which is stupid as a quarterback. Does he get injured every year? Is he going to be one of those type of players? I don't think he'll be as bad as Treylon Burks, but it seems like he might get injured a lot. This is a huge game for Mason Rudolph. I really hope he goes in there and has a 350-yard passing game. I really, really do, because there's a lot of us that want to see him take over. There's a lot of us that want to see him take over for the rest of the season and see what he can do. And I gotta say, that guy is super tall, man. That guy is super tall. I know Brian Callahan's trying to get Will Levis into be a franchise quarterback, but obviously it's not working. You would have to go with Mason the rest of the season. You would have to. If he goes in there and beats the Bills, the only 2 wins you have is by Mason. You would have to stick with them. Everyone's out on Will Levis now. Everyone's done. All of us are done with them. He has DeAndre Hopkins. He has Tyler Boyd. He has Calvin Ridley. He has receivers. And he had 98 passing yards against the Colts defense. It is horrible. Against a horrible defense, he had 98 passing yards. How is that possible when you have DeAndre Hopkins, Calvin Ridley, Tyler Boyd? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You have 98 passing yards against a horrible defense. You have 98 passing yards. I mean, come on. You have to go with Mason. You have to. I'm surprised they haven't made the change already. I don't know if this is like a Jeff Fisher, Kerry Collins thing. Is this what, Brian Callahan's doing with Will Levis? He's staying committed to his quarterback. Callahan is known to work with quarterbacks. He has the patience. He has the right temperament to work with quarterbacks. He's trying to make Will Levis into a superstar. I get it. That's not what you can do right now. You got to play these guys. You got to make the right decisions to win the football game. Will Levis has 10 interceptions. I think that's how much he has. Is that how much he has? He has 10 interceptions. That's horrible. You got to go with Mason Rudolph, especially if he goes in there and beats the Bills. You have to stick with him. The only 2 wins you have is with him at quarterback, and he's not turning the ball over like Will Levis is. This is a huge opportunity for Mason. I'm really excited to see this game. I'm really excited. I mean, this is huge. This is a really big Sunday, guys. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It's free. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night. Who's going to be the number 2 quarterback when we don't have a number 2 quarterback if Will Levis is out? What happens if Mason gets hurt? I don't know.